Are we ready now? All right. So, good evening, good morning, good afternoon. Depends on where you are watching from. Okay. So, yes. So we are live. Would like to know if there are people that are around now. So we promised that we come live around 4:30 local time. That's about okay. GMT plus 1. So I'm actually very excited to be here. So you definitely know later on why it's very, very interesting. All right. So, what we are going to be doing today, please, if you have your questions, it's an opportunity for us to actually interact live. So, so if you have your questions, please make sure you ask all your questions regarding what we are going to do today. And this is a major breakthrough for us because this is actually, although we've done live before, but I want this to be very interactive. So you remember we talked about potatoes, sweet potatoes. All right. We'll be talking about sweet potatoes for quite some time now. But this is unique. Yeah, it's unique because this is the orange flesh potatoes. And what I said earlier on, about 4 months ago, that we did this. All right. About 4 months ago, we did this. Something we talked about something that orange flesh has a peculiarity. And what's the peculiarity? It has a way of climbing stakes. It can crawl, but then it has a very unique way of climbing stakes. So if you have orange flesh, they will rather want to climb stake compared to. So it means that you can use very small space to plant them. And so we started thinking. So I decided to experiment. You know, I decided to experiment with cone garden. You know, I've been trying to popularize the concept of cone garden, uh, using them to plant tuber crops because, well, what it has been used for mainly has always been vegetables and all that. But of course, I'm from West Africa, precisely Nigeria, and we are quite into root crops, tuber crops, and all that. And yam, potatoes, they are the things I've been trying to really, really experiment with. So today, we are now 4 months plus. In fact, I probably would have even harvested earlier, but I want us to do this harvest together. This is the first of its kind because I have not used cone garden to plant potatoes before. All right. I've used sacks, I've used cartons, other containers, but using cone garden, I've not used it. So what I did was to use cone garden here, and I did some staking. And you see how this has done. This is just one side of the stake. So we are going to be doing the harvest now. What I'm going to do is to remove all these vines. To be honest, I just got all these things you are seeing. I got them from just few vines. All right. So that's the interesting thing about potato farms. So we're going to actually be doing that now. Well, it's quite a bit painful that I'm going to have to destroy all these vines. So, but by and large, I can always regenerate them. All right. So we are going to access the cone garden now. In doing that, let's remove this massive vine and see how we can harvest. You see that everything is so thick that it has covered the cone. You have not even seen the cone now until I have to remove it. Remove all these vines. So it's only that crawled on the ground. Man, this is going to be a big work. going to be big. But so what you see now, yeah, massive vine proliferations. But I can assure you, these vines, these vines you see here, they can feed a whole country. It's just patience that you need. You can cut them into tiny slips, and you can plant acres or even hectares. In fact, hectares I would say, because you can regenerate over and over again. So let's see how it goes. I'm a bit I'm a bit apprehensive because I don't know how it will turn out, but let's hope it turns out well. If it's going to turn out well, then I can always now advise that you can improve on this. All right. You see, the vines are very beautiful. Well, of course, I don't need them for now, except I want to plant again. Oh, okay. Oh. Okay. Okay. So, please I would like to know your experience. Have you planted orange flesh potatoes before? What was your experience like? All right. I really want to know. I've done this before, planted directly in the soil. I've also planted using sacks, but I have not done anything that has to do with cone garden with this. So just to add that there are different methods of planting potatoes, sweet potatoes, as different methods. We have done videos on that, and we will soon be bringing you update on the comparative study that we did. All right, comparative study that we did. So I don't know if you can see. I'm sure you can see this. I've been able to expose the cone garden. So 1, 2, 3. There are 4 layers that we used. 4 layers. Okay. There are 2 ways you want us to, to harvest this thing. There are actually 2 ways we can go about this. We will either start from the down, the bottom, or largest, the largest circle, or we start from the top. I don't know the one that you will prefer. So once it's time, you let me know. Okay. It's all right. Sorry for a bit of technical hitch or glitch, whatever they call it. So these are the ones we got from. Sorry. So these ones are from the top cone. Now, I want us to know that the interesting thing about this is that some of the tubers can even grow down into another cone. So another of the cone. So you are going to tell me what you think about this.
You're going to tell me what you think about this. So, would you like to try this? Okay. So, you see that you unwrap. Another way you can do this is to just wear it off. You see? It's, it still remains intact. This is the thing I will have just removed. So any which way, any way, whatever. So it means this is working, right? So these are okay. So second cone. All right. So this is interesting. First of its kind. So we're already getting results. We're getting results. So it is doable. So what we're going to now be comparing, maybe in the future, if need be, is to now talk about the efficiency of this. So you can see from just one space how much of this thing I'm bringing out. So let's do this. The third one now. I'll just remove. I'll just unwrap. I can use this again. So what do you think of this? Beautiful, beautiful tubers. I must say, beautiful tubers. And some of them are big. Some of them they are big. So you see that the idea worked. The idea worked. So what we're now looking at is the efficiency. That is to be determined. But to be honest, I am impressed with what I'm seeing. Okay. I think at this juncture, I might need to use something because it's becoming hard. We actually don't want to injure some of these tubers. Okay. 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 Almost done with the third. Almost done with the third. There are still a few tubers here. Wow. Look at beautiful tubers. Interesting. First of its kind. This is the first time I'm experimenting with this. And this is what we have achieved. I want you to do something for me. Whenever you see me do something new that you probably seen before, I will always appreciate you to do yours so that at the end of it all, I can have some form of validation. All right. So see this? This is long, quite long. So finally, let's get to the last. Where is the connection? Yeah, this is the connection. So I've just removed it now. I hope I'm not going to misplace the Other ones. Okay, I'll just keep it. Okay, I'll send you down. Okay, finally. I had to join this one because
I had to go and get harvester so that I can, because of this lower. So sorry about the technical issues. Wow, this is massive. This is very big. This is from the lower compartment, and maybe that can be explained a bit because yeah, there's access to the water and the roots are closer to the ground. Wow, coming out. Whoa. Let me drop my freestyle. See, so from the look of things, the ones that are lower kind of deep better in my own opinion. So for those who don't know how we planted it, there's a video on it. So just avail yourself of the opportunity and just try and watch that video. How we did the staking. This other one is both sweet potato and yam planted together, but this one is just only sweet potato. You are still getting it. You are still getting. Oh, gotten quite an amount. And this is largely experimental. It's just an idea I know. So I decided to try it. Some of these ones they would have also developed into bigger systems. It's a bigger one. And that big one. So just what. And please, I want to also say something. You can do it on concrete floor inside your compound. It doesn't have to be ordinary ground. As far as you have enough soil. Okay. Okay. We are almost done. Okay, finally. Okay. Okay. So this is what we got. This is what we got. Let me pack my potatoes. So what do you think? For me, if you ask me, we have done well. This is just from one Chrome garden. For one particular, because if you were to plant in sack, I'm not so sure you will get this amount of sweet potato from just imagine you have this up to about 10 or 20 like this in a very small. Where we got this one, I'm not sure it's more than 1 square meter in terms of space. So what we have done is to utilize vertical space. So the fact that we even got this at all, we got something, is very huge for me. I don't know what you think, but I think for me it is a major breakthrough. You ask me, a major breakthrough. I didn't really at that time to know, to fertilize, to fertigate. Sometimes I just did a little and allowed nature to take its course. Largely so. Okay. So this is what we have. This is what we have. What do you think? Well, maybe I should just do a bit of measurement. You know, I always like to measure. So just give it. So let me check. Let me get my way here. So guys, this is my digital weighing scale. It's in kilogram. Kg. Then let's see. Can you see? It's in kg right now. Alright. Is this something we can see? Okay, kg. Okay. So let me see whether I can put it in pounds. Okay. Let's see. So this is kg. Okay. We can convert to pounds. From kg, you can convert to pounds. Kg is almost like 2 times you get pounds. Okay. This is kg. Alright. So what I'm having here is about 13.5 kg. That's about, well, I'm looking at approximately 26, maybe 27 pounds. So that's what we got from this. So I think this is encouraging. So what do you think? I want us to talk about it in the comment section. I want to appreciate you for staying this far in this session. Sorry, there were some technical glitches, and our phone was actually acting up because it's the first time we are using it for live, and it's supposed to be a very fantastic phone. All right, so thank you so much. But I want to know what you think. So this is the first time ever we are using cone garden to plant potatoes, and we are harvesting. This is orange flair, and of course this vine can be used to plant again and all that. Now what I want you to do, there is something I want you to stay tuned for. We are going to be, there's a particular method that I used in planting this one. So the horizontal method, I've compared some methods, and it's about time for us to harvest. Horizontal continuous, horizontal interrupted, and the vertical method. We have compared it to it. We'll soon harvest them. But please stay tuned for that video. I know you will like it. So thank you so much, and watch our other videos. It's time for harvest. We keep on harvesting stuff.